Welcome to TIP Pavilion. How are we doing today?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Eugina. It's really exciting to be here and be part of the TIP Pavilion here at a very busy MWC. It's great to see the crowds coming back and people meeting with each other.
So, busy MWC for you?
Yes, it's been a very busy MWC. We've had some good announcements coming in
Tell us
to
more.
MWC. Yeah, sure. So we announced a new round of funding a few weeks ago, and that's been a great validation of our solution and more customers wanting to procure the solutions that we have. We also announced a number of partnerships.
Wait. So, well done on the funding.
Thank
so,
you.
tell us a little bit more because, economic climate is very challenging right now. So,
Yeah.
for a young company to secure funding, you must be offering something really, really special.
I'm glad you see it that way. I think the market would agree. We absolutely think in this economic climate, it's quite a challenge to be able to not just raise money, but also be able to get better valuation than what we had in the previous round. And I think that's a testament to the technology that we have, the kind of customer traction that we're getting, and the kind of demand that we have. Therefore, this round of funding with the new investors will give us definitely the ability to scale, both in terms of solutions, bringing them to the market, and also our go-to-market.
Well done. And
Thank
you
you.
said customers. So,
Yes.
there was a big customer announcement as well.
Well, we definitely have a lot of customers that who are using our product. We've been collaborating with SoftBank. And one of the things that we've been working with them for the last few years is in making the delivery of 5G services much simpler using what's called SRv6 mobile user plane. And so working closely with SoftBank, we've gone past the demonstration POC stage, and SoftBank actually announced that they were commercializing the first phase of the mobile user plane in their network.
You must be so proud.
Yeah, we're very, very excited about that.
So then tell me and tell our listeners and viewers, what is so special about your solution? What is that secret sauce?
Great. I thought you'd never ask. So, as far as Arrcus is concerned, we are a hyperscale networking provider for 5G networks, for data center networks, and for cloud networks. The way we do it differently from everybody else is that we completely virtualize the networking stack, switching and routing, to a point where we're fully agnostic to the underlying hardware. So you can run us on a white box switch or a router. You can run us as a virtual machine on a compute server. You can run us on premise. You can run us in the cloud. So this makes it a very versatile and a flexible platform that addresses a very broad range of use cases. So all the way from the edge, through the core, and into the multi-cloud environment. And that's what makes us very different from everybody else out there. Network operators, communication service providers, what they'll find is that by using our software, they're able to get a unified platform that cuts across all these different use cases and at the same time gives them much greater efficiencies and brings them a much more modern network than what they had before.
Then what challenges are you addressing for them? Maybe you can name 3 biggest challenges that you help them solve.
Yep, that's a great question. So, and I like how you're framing it with 3.
So let's
It'll
start
keep
with
me-
1.
Yeah, keep us honest. So I think the first one, the first challenge that we really help communication service providers with is giving them a platform that allows them to monetize their infrastructure. So
That's
we build a
important.
platform on which they can very easily and flexibly deploy new services on top and generate new streams of revenue. So that helps them with the top line goal. The second challenge that we really help them with is with the bottom line. While they're investing all these resources in modernizing their network in order to deliver new services, they want to do that in a way that is that controls their costs,
So they
than
can
just
make
escalating
money
them. right?
And save money.
Make money and save money.
Okay.
Yeah, very
One
well
and
put.
two. Okay.
That's 1 and 2. And I think the third area that we really help them is in a faster pace of innovation. So while one of the reasons why they would want to monetize their network, they would want to modernize their network, is so that they can actually roll out new services, perhaps on demand. And the architecture that we have, which is microservices based, allows them precisely to do that, be able to deliver new innovations at a much faster pace, and at the same time being able to integrate into any kind of orchestration platforms that they might have, any new applications that they might want to deliver. So that, I would say, are the 3 challenges that we really
I
help
heard
them with.
4.
I slipped one in.
Exactly, the
I
integration
slipped one in. That's what we do in marketing.
Exactly, that's what we do in marketing.
Yeah.
So the next question I'm going to ask, you talked about innovation, you talked about TCO reduction,
Yeah.
monetization. The other question, the concern that mobile operators have is around security of their solutions.
Yeah.
And I know that you play a big role to address that challenge.
So another fantastic question. As far as security is concerned, especially when you look at opening of networks, right? One of the key concerns is how do you make sure that you're able to prevent any malicious attacks? How do you get visibility into what's going on with your network, and how do you how do you provide remediation in case there is an attack? So the way we solve this is inherently through our routing stack, and we built our own routing stack based on BGP from the ground up. And on account of that, we have a number of mechanisms built into our operating system that will do things like route origin validation. Now, we can quickly take a look at the network through our observability engine, give the operators an end-to-end view of what's going on in the network, and at the same time be able to detect patterns that we think don't necessarily fit the typical flow of traffic. And by doing that, we're able to identify things like spoofing attacks, for example, identifying where those attacks might be coming from, and be able to essentially nip that in the bud, and very, very quickly have a way of being able to address. So that's a simple way, or rather, a very effective way in which we deliver security through our operating system, through routing.
And it's probably very important for enterprise use cases.
Anyone who's using routing at scale is going to be interested in things like this. Apart from that, of course, we have things like the ability to create access control lists, so you can decide what kind of traffic you want to filter, what kind of traffic you want to allow. And these are the ways in which we are really looking to secure the network and give the operators the confidence that they can actually deploy this at scale.
That's really good. My next question is, and I'm looking here because it was something that was a big conversation piece for the community and at MWC for a while. It's network slicing. So is it still hot? And what are you doing to keep it hot?
Yeah, that's a good question. So
it's still hot, right?
It's definitely hot. I think it's a topic that's been around for a few years now. And the promise really of the 5G networks was the ability for communication service providers to be able to provide new revenue generating services for enterprises. And that's how they were looking to essentially take the top line up. Now, network slicing is a fantastic technology that enables the delivery of these services with very guaranteed SLAs. The problem, however, is in that current architecture, delivery of network slicing, especially from an end-to-end perspective, can be fairly complex. And it can also run up in terms of costs as you scale the number of network slices. So the way we're addressing this, and in collaboration with SoftBank, this is where we've developed together the SRv6 mobile user plane architecture, is taking a look at this problem of how do you deliver an end-to-end network slice in the simplest way possible and the most cost-effective way possible. So with SRv6 mobile user plane, we are trying to do precisely that. So this allows you, within the current 5G architecture, to plug in this new technology which bridges between the mobile world, the IP world, and the cloud world, and allows you to create this network slice in a fairly orchestrated and automated fashion
And
from one end
open.
to the other.
And open.
And yes, in a way that in that sense it is open. In fact, towards openness, we are working very closely with working groups in IETF to try and drive standardization around this, so that we can get a much bigger community of network operators, communication service providers, and vendors to adopt this technology and really start realizing the benefits of this across the board.
Realizing benefits of openness.
Open network.
So, you set it up very nicely for my next question
Sure.
about open.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the future of open and disaggregated in the next, let's go
Yeah.
again, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years?
I'll give you my answer and then I'll ask you for yours. The promise of open networks is the ability to have flexibility, right? Be able to drive innovation at whatever pace is necessary. Be able to control costs. And these are, I think, truths that we all hold dear, right? I think what is really important is for us as a community, and really happy to see the activity that TIP is doing in this area in bringing together this ecosystem that can constantly engage in creating newer and more innovative ways of being able to solve existing problems as well as future proofing. So we're really excited about the prospect, of open networks, all the way from disaggregating the software from the hardware as well as northbound. And there is definitely work to be done, but it's encouraging to see the progress that has been made over the last 1 year itself in terms of actual deployments, whether it's in DCSG or whether it's in Open RAN and
Open Wi-Fi?
Open Wi-Fi as well. Yeah, I don't have much visibility into that, but Open Wi-Fi for sure. And I think that as soon as these, more and more of these come into the market, then it gains momentum. And I think everybody benefits from that. So that's a long-wound way of saying Arrcus is very optimistic about it. We're very bullish, and we're right behind all the work that TIP is doing.
And you said you were going to ask me the same question.
Yes. What's the future of open networking?
So the future of network is open.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah.
So Arrcus you guys are doing amazing. Guys and
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank you.
You're doing amazing. You're on the upswing. So my last question is, what excites you about 2023, and what are we going to be hearing or seeing from Arrcus?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what I'd say is 2023 is, for us, is the year that I think we are going to be able to announce many more customer wins. I think this is the year where a number of our efforts will come to bear fruit, and I think you're going to see a lot more solutions coming out and product announcements coming out from us. And this is the year we scale.
Absolutely amazing. Watch that space. Watch Arrcus. And Sanjay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Eugina.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
The future of network is
Open?
open.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.